but I'm never done. I'll always be here, and I'll always be checking in on you guys. So we actually, they closed in June, and he sent me the Halloween pictures last night. So we kind of have a constant dialogue. Just, Kitty says you have to make, 10 calls? I think I'm up to 10 calls a week.
Minimum.
I don't always make that goal, but I realize when I really look at things that I somehow am touching my past clients in other ways rather than just on the phone. But
that's good. Jen.
If I could just mention something that those of you who've seen us and been with us in this conference before, every year I send Thanksgiving cards. And this year, because of sending a Thanksgiving card to the same person for 15 years, who wasn't even our client, she bought one of our listings, and she was a really nice lady, and we met her once. She called out of the blue, and she said, I want to talk to you. I'm ready to sell my house in Berkeley. And we met with her, and she said, one of the reasons, besides the fact I met you, and I know you did a great job on selling this house, to me, not representing her, but representing the seller, she said, that you sent me this beautiful card. I love the cards that you've sent every year. And I almost thought about cutting her off the list because we never heard anything from her. Not only did we get her listing, she referred us to her best friends. We sold her house, we sold her best friend's house, and we just helped them buy another house. So our Thanksgiving cards, and plus when I write them, it's wonderful because it's touching. When you talk about touching your past clients, it's a really nice way of letting people know that you're thinking of them.
Really big. I have to add to this because this woman is not here. Rachel McKinnon is an agent in San Francisco with the now Better Homes and Gardens on Cathedral Hill. She sent me an email in the last week or two, and John has a story actually also. She said she met somebody in an open house, and I used to make fun of Rachel because she keeps in touch with people over many, many years. When she meets them at an open house, and I said, they're not a buyer, they're not a seller, why do you stay in touch with all these people? And she said, oh, I just do. I've gotten business out of it. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to shut up. She sent me an email, literally 16 years of staying in touch with somebody after she met him in an open house. She's never seen him again. He just listed with her. 16 years. So there's one. And then John, if you can remember, about 2 or 3 months ago when we were coaching, see if you remember this, you had a week of where you called something like 35 people in 2 weeks. Remember that? And he picked up a buyer out of the 35 calls, and they were who? I don't remember that part. You remember that story? No, I don't. Okay, we're both getting old. Okay, but anyway, he picked up a client out of making the calls. Everybody here, this is one of the big messages for today, is if you can get back on track, we're going to do a breakout session later today with these teams, and I'm going to ask you to make a list of how to get back into prospecting and what kind of prospecting should you be doing. And what is my number one list? It's all on your homework pages. Calls, yeah, the calls, okay. And with your Gen Xers, it's a little bit harder. It might be texting and emailing and so on, but it's staying in touch with people. I'm getting business from calling people that I haven't talked to in years and years and years too. I have to prospect today. Ick, I don't like it. Okay, so let's go back. What other questions? We have very different people up here, yes. Yeah, he's so good.
Okay. Mike Basham is my assistant. He also runs his own business doing this, and he will work with other realtors. And he actually does all the research, and he monitors, and so we blog and we do Twitters. He doesn't do the content, so that part is mine. But what he does is all the work on how to get it and where. I mean, there's like this whole, Maha uses him too, there's this whole thing on the web of how this works, and I don't. If I was to have time for that, how would I know about like all the change in circumstance stuff we got to do? So I'm happy to delegate that, and I will say, too, the ability to delegate is a technique that I learned in coaching, and I'm really excited that I learned it.
Thank you for that. Okay, just tell me his email real quickly because Mike is wonderful and he's reasonable. I used him too. What's his Mike at? Snow, that's right. Okay, thank you.
Mike at SNO, Social Networking Optimization Server.com. He's a great guy. He's very good and very.
How long have you been using him now?
See, it's been a year. Yes. It takes a while for the internet to come back to us, but it will.
Well, we have to be proactive. We're the ones that have to give him the information and keep checking and communicating with him that what works, and, right?
Yeah. Maha uses Mike too. Did I answer your question, Linda?
So, no, well, you're getting it. So, the content, you like say, okay, this is what I want you to put in.
Yes.
And then he'll do that.
And then he does.
You're not having to be in there trying to figure out. Because I would think I would get totally stuck with those.
There are also sites like if you're an Apple user, on my iPad I have a app called Hootsuite. You can go in and you can search the topic that you're interested in, because you know they say on those kinds of things you don't necessarily want to be 100% business. 85, probably closer to 90% of our buyers and sellers that are looking for us now are finding us on the internet first. So that's why video is becoming very prominent. Any of those being present out there, your tweeting, your Facebook posts, your possibly your Foursquare check-ins, your Yelps, all of those things. You need to also show a personal side, because they don't want just 100% business. And I don't know on the mortgage side of things, because mostly they're kind of analyzing the realtor.
Can you show me your watch? So I see the time.
So you can filter that with, if there's an interest that you like, one of your hobbies, you can have Hootsuite go in and schedule posts that go out to all of your social media avenues that are relevant to your interests, so that you are automatically kind of feeding the internet rather than spending so much time trying to find it. And there's nothing wrong with Hootsuite. It's HOOTSUITE. And then there's a whole bunch of other things. But one of the other things, in order to keep abreast of what's happening out there on the internet without searching yourself, is you can set up a Google alert with some keywords, your name, your company name, different things. So anytime anything is posted out there with your name in it or your company's name, it will send you an alert and let you know that, so that you can also kind of keep track of your reputation out there. So that's kind of a neat thing. So
That's
I know,
great.
like our company does it. So I was interviewed in a newspaper a couple months ago, and the Google alert was sent to me about it because our company was mentioned. So that's a good one as well.
It is good. Thank you. Okay, let's do one more question. Anybody else? Okay, let's give our panel a hand. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Great, 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 great.
Like mom, no hands.